Hi there! In this today's tutorial I'm going to show you how you can make an MP3 player in Python where you can add music, choose the music, play it, pause it, skip to the next track, play with the volume of the music, and skip in the music. So if you are interested, let's get into that. So first, as you can see, I have these pictures for the additional buttons. You can get these pictures from the description down below. So let's get started. First, I'm going to import the libraries that we are going to use in this project. The first library will be Pygame because with Pygame we are going to make the whole MP3 player. We are going to use its mixer tool. If you don't have it, you can simply use pip install pygame, wait for it to install the library, and you are good to go. After that, we are going to use the tkinter module because we are going to make a window for this MP3 player. After that, we are going to use the file dialog from the tkinter module. After that, we are going to use the message box from the tkinter module. After that, we are going to use the time module and we are going to use the threading module. So first, I'm going to make the whole window, the whole design of the MP3 player. So first, we are going to need this main loop at the bottom of our code so our tkinter window can run continuously. After that, I'm going to create the whole window. I'm going to add the title for the window, which will be MP3 player. After that, I will put the VM delete window protocol on our windows. And what this does is that if I click the X at the right corner of the window, then it's not going to just simply quit from the application, but it will run the close window function, which we will write later on this video. So after that, I'm going to make the geometry 500 times 600. This is basically the size of the MP3 player, and I'm going to set the resizable to false, which means you cannot resize the window. After that, I'm going to make a int var position, which we will need at the slider. After that, I'm going to make each button using the photo image class from the tkinter module. With this, I can put an image onto a button which is created with tkinter. So I just made the back button. I'm going to make the play button, the pause button, and I'm going to make every button like this. What you can see here at the command, these are the functions which we will be making later on this video. I'm just going to use them right now at the creation of the buttons. After that, I'm going to make two labels. One of them will be that where is the track currently playing, and the other will be that how long does the current song what is playing. We are going to config these when we select a new song. After that, I will make the slider. I'm going to use the scale class for this. From 0 to 100 means that the value of the scale can go from 0 to 100. Show value false means that we don't want to see the default pop-up window where it shows its value because we're going to make our own. The length means the size of the scale, and variable means that we attach this int var as the variable of this scale. After that, I will make the list box where we will show our songs and where we can choose from. After that, I will place all of the buttons to its place. Using the place function, which means I have to add the X and the Y coordinate at where I want to put each of the elements. After that, I'm going to bind our list box, which means if I click in the list box, then it will run this place selected function, which we will be making later. So first, what we're going to need is we're going to need a list for our playlist. After that, I'm going to make a bool variable which will indicate if a song was started or not. You will see later why this is important. After that, I'm going to add a default value for our volume, which will be 30. Total length value, which will indicate that how many tracks do we have in our playlist. A quit threading. I mentioned that we are going to use the threading module, and I put here this vmdelete window protocol. We are going to quit from our threading with the help of this variable. After that, I'm going to make a slider moved bool variable, which will indicate if we are moved our slider or not, and of course a playing variable. After that, I'm going to initialize the mixer from the Pygame. With this, we can play the music later on. After that, I'm going to make a player variable, which will be equal to mixer.music. With the help of this, we can make a channel in the mixer, and with this, we can play the actual music. After that, I'm going to make a class for the music, because each of the songs that we add to our list will be saved in a class. We are going to initialize each object with a file from where it can read out the path to the file and the name which we can show in our list box. After that, I'm going to make the add to list function, which will take in a music object. So in this function, first I'm going to get the size of our list, and I'm going to add +1 to it, because with this we can insert at the bottom of our list the music that we just added, and I'm just going to append our music object to our actual list. After that, I'm going to make an open file function. I'm going to use try, because it's a good practice to use try catch if you are making an app into a production. So after that, with this, we are going to save each of our selected files into file name. If we select one in the dialog that opened, just a quick if check. If we did not selected new music, then we're just going to return out from this function. Nothing will happen. And if we did selected new songs that we want to add, then with a for loop, we are going to make an object each of the songs that we selected. We are going to run the add to list function on that object, and the except we are going to print open file error. After that, I'm going to make the play function. I'm just going to global these variables into here because we are going to need these. So as I mentioned, here we are going to use this was started variable, which will load the song into the mixer if you have not selected one and just clicked on the start button. After that, I'm going to save the number that which music was selected. After that, I'm going to make a try except, which will work if we didn't select a song from the list and we just clicked on the play button. It will give us an error that first we have to choose a song from the list. After that, if we have the song that we want to play, then with this we can load it into our mixer. After that, we can play and set the volume to our defined volume. After that, we are going to use the update time function, which we will make in just a second. So after that, we are going to replace our play button with the pause button and set the was started variable to true, and we are going to call the update time function one more time. And after that, in this else, we're going to check if currently is there a song in our mixer that is just paused, then we are going to resume that current song. So we are going to turn our playing variable into true. We are going to unpause our mixer and we are going to replace our play button with the pause button. After that, I will make the pause function. I'm going to global here our playing variable. I will set the playing variable to false and I will pause our mixer and I will replace our pause button with the play button. After that, I will make the stop function. I'm going to global here the variables which will be needed. So we will check if the was started equals to true, then we just replace our pause button with the play button, set the was started to false, stop the player, which not only will pause, but it will completely stop the player and clear out the song from it, and we will reset the playing variable. After that, I will make this sound function. So here we are going to use this top level class, which will create another tiny window. I'm going to set its geometry to 200 times 50. I'm going to false its resizability. I'm going to make a scale for this. If we change the value of this scale, each time it will call the sound changer function. I'm going to make this scale visible and I will set its value to our current volume. After that, I will make this sound changer function. I'm just going to global here the variables which we will be using. We will set our volume equal to the value of where we put this scale. We are going to set the mixer's volume to the selected volume and we are going to play a little bit with the button. So as you saw, I made here 3 buttons for the volume, one for no volume, one for low volume, and one for high volume. Here we will replace the buttons based on the volume that we have. So if we put down the volume to 0, which means we basically muted our song, then we are going to replace our buttons with the no volume button. If we have the volume between 0 and 60, then we are going to place there the low volume button, and if we have our volume above 60, then we are going to place there the high volume button. After that, I will make the forward function. Here I'm again going to use the try except. So first I'm going to use this for I in music list that curse selection. So basically this will look that which is the currently selected music in the list and I'm going to add one to it because we want to skip to the next song. After that, I'm just going to clear out the selection in the list. I'm going to select our music in the list so we can see that which is currently playing. With this, I will select this next music in the music list and I will load it into our mixer. I will start it and I will call this update time function. This except will come if we currently have the last song selected in our list, and if we call this function, then it will give us an index out of range error because we want to select a music which will be out of range. So in this except, I will just skip to the beginning of the list and as before, I just clear the selection, select our first music in the list. I will load it, I will play it, and I will call the update time function. After that, I will make the back function. In this, everything will be the same. Only change that we will subtract 1 instead of adding 1 to our music that we want to select. After that, I will make the place selected function. So every time we click in our list box, this place selected function will be executed. And with this, we can select our next song anywhere in our list and we can play it. So I'm just going to select that, load it into the mixer, play it, replace the play button with the pause button, and I will call the update time function. And finally, we going to make the update time function. So with this, we basically going to get the total length of the music that we are playing. We can get this with the help of this sound class in the Pygame mixer, and I will set that label which we made here equal to the length of our current song. So here I will make a thread targeting this update slider function, which will basically just move our slider, which shows that where we currently at in the music. So each time we will just move our slider's position equals to where the song is currently playing. And if we set this quit threading variable to true, then it will break out from this function and it will stop the threading. After that, I will make the fast forward function. With this, we can skip in the song if we move the slider. And now we will make this close window function where we just set our quit threading variable to true. We stop our mixer and we destroy the master window, which will close everything. So basically, this is the whole code. If we run this as a Python file, we are going to see our beautiful MP3 player. If we press this plus button, it will load in these musics, and if we click on one of them, it will play it. As you can see, I can play with the volume of this song. As you can see, changing the button picture. So we can pause it, we can resume it, we can use the next song, we can skip into the song, and basically that's it. So if you like this video, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more Python shorts and for more long form tutorial videos. I see you in the next video. Bye bye.